Hi, Aditya. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for doing this interview with us. So, before starting off with my set of questions, I want you to first brief me about yourself, starting with the schools you have received the admit from and how exactly are you feeling?
All right. Yes. Hello. Thank you so much for having me. And yeah, my name is Aditya Kumar Rai, and I've completed my education from SRM, and I've been working as a full-time employee for the past 2 years. To talk a little about the colleges that I have received admits from, I have applied to 8 colleges. Four are through MIMSA itself, and out of them, I have received admit from Duke, Cornell, Columbia.
Mm-hmm.
I had an interview with Dartmouth, so that is pending. Maybe first or second week of March is when I'm expecting the results.
Right.
And beyond that, again, using the resources and everything that I got from MIMSA itself, I have an interview tomorrow with John Hopkins.
Mm-hmm.
I have received an admit from Northeastern, USC. John Hopkins is an interview. Dartmouth, I had an interview, so waiting for results. Talking about my feeling, yeah, I mean, it's not a feeling that you usually see on YouTube. You get
Right.
reels and everything where people are very excited. When you get admits from the school, you get stunned for a minute or so, and then obviously rest of the things start coming up. But yeah, after having conversation, I was told that it's important to celebrate first and then get
Right.
back to work. So yeah,
Absolutely.
really excited.
Many, many congratulations. This sounds lovely,
Thank you so much.
And especially, like I said, that this is the kind of a problem every applicant wants to go through, that they have received a lot many admits that they can't recall really the names. So how, the very first question is majorly regarding how exactly did MIMSA contribute towards, especially getting these admits from these top-notch schools?
Right. So my journey started around 13 months back. I
Mm-hmm.
was really confused initially. I was not sure with respect to what course I need to do because I was more into product management, and I had people who have done their MBA after 5-6 years of experience and then now working as a product manager in big tech company. So yeah, I started with GMAT like everyone else. I started in January. I was done by June, July with the GMAT
Mm-hmm.
score. IS was done, and then I got in touch with MIMSA. After having a call or two with, I think the initial counselor, they were mentioning that to understanding my experience, understanding the aspirations that I have, they were like, engineering management is more aligned.
Correct.
And I also had this idea that I want to get into top colleges. I wanted to get the experience that are provided by, for example, by tier one colleges or Ivy Leagues as well. So that is why I pivoted a little towards engineering management course itself. I did a little research, and definitely MIMSA helped me with that. And then further, I took the subscription, or I don't know, the membership. I'm not sure what we call that, but I signed in with MIMSA. So initial call was for understanding my background again
Mm-hmm.
in depth. They told me that you have a profile that is really good, but you need to improve other things as well. For example, NGOs and everything. So I started doing volunteering. I had internships and full time already done in the past. So there were other suggestions as well that were going really out of the way. And if I had time, I would have definitely put that in if I had the opportunity to get in touch with MIMSA in like Feb or March of that
Mm-hmm.
year. But yeah, that really helped. And once I was done, I was told that Soham Banerjee was my counselor there, and
Consultant, correct.
again I got on a call with him. Yeah, and he told me, we discussed a lot with respect to which colleges I can apply to with the experience and the intentions that I have with respect to my career, and that is when we came up with a list. Three were confirmed. I think Duke and Dartmouth. Yeah, I think initially only two were confirmed, Duke and Dartmouth, and then Columbia came in very late,
Mm-hmm.
and Cornell. Sorry, Duke, Dartmouth, and Cornell were confirmed, and Columbia came in last. There were a little reshuffling,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it was with respect to counseling with. So I'm sorry, it was not just essay, or interview. There were a lot of times when I got a little overwhelmed because you always have this when you're applying to colleges like this, you have this idea that you might not get
Mm-hmm.
accepted.
Right.
So again, there are people outside that will say, no, no, you'll get accepted, just move on. That was something that was definitely not there, not just with sir, with everyone I had a conversation with from MIMSA. They were continuously saying that it's really important that you give your best and not quit at this particular moment. So that is how it went. And other than that, again, SOP, we for each essay, and each college had 2 to 3 essays on an
Correct.
average. We went 2 to 3 I mean, 8 to 9 rounds of me editing, and they coming back, and then around in the middle, after fourth or fifth edit, I was like, no, this is not working out. So I scratched everything, and then I started writing my essay from the very beginning. And then they were really helpful. They were like, no, why did you go back? We did so
Mhm.
much. We put in so much efforts and everything. But yeah, they were really supportive, and then we started editing it from scratch. And then I think getting help for the SOPs is one of the major reason why I am where I am today. And yeah, beyond that, somewhere in Jan second week, I got an interview call from Dartmouth. So I submitted all my applications by 15 December. So
Mhm.
between 15 December to January first week was my pleasure time. I was like, finally I'm done and there's nothing to stress about. And then I got a mail for interviews like, oh, the cycle starts again. But again, MIMSA was definitely there to support me. They were like, they had an initial mock interview first. They wanted to
Mhm.
understand where I stood without any support and everything. And then they started giving me the platform on which I can stand. They were telling that you have to answer the situation based question based on star format, and things about my introductions and how I need to portray my experience that I've had in the past. So all these things have definitely helped, and they were again really supportive. I was again flipping, thinking that it's a 15 minutes to 30 minutes interview. What exactly will they ask and how are the questions going to be? They're like, just prepare for everything. There are you for your introduction, you know what you have done. It's your original story. You have not told anything out of the blue. So
Mhm.
just stick to that story, and behavior wise, just answer it through star format based on your
Okay.
experience. So yeah, that is how it went. Really helpful, not just with respect to interview, emotionally as well. But yeah, that is my journey till now.
Sounds lovely. So I actually my second question was that I wanted a detailed answer of an analysis of how everyone on their individual level did contribute towards your success, but you have already briefed in it. So I'll jump to the very next question. If I put you on the spot and I ask you this question that out of all the services that were being delivered to you or given to you, let's talk about your consultant, your in-house counselor, or the editing team, or we were talking about helping you out with the post application as well, V's interview. We are coming down to loan accommodation, etc. as well, and all the CRM and the resources it has to offer it to you. So, if I have to ask you to pick one out of all of these, which you found to be the most useful or attractive, which one would that be and why?
Uh, right on from the top of my mind, it was definitely the in-house counselor who was again Soham, continuously supporting me. And I mean, because he was the in-house counselor, every resources that we had on the CRM as well,
Mhm.
it felt like he knew everything. And
Right.
then he was like, okay, he told me things about the interview, and then he was like, do go through the CRM portal. He pinpointed exactly where I need to be on that CRM portal. And yeah, he was again, that particular section is something that helped more than anything else. But other sections were again, definitely why I was able to crack the interview and get an interview in the first place.
Good point, and that's a very good point. So, if somebody is on the fence about going ahead and choosing our services, what particular advice would you give them?
Uh, all right, so that this is how I was as well in
Mhm.
July, August. I was in this phase whether I should go with this counselor, that counselor, or should I go with a counselor at all.
Right.
So there is a free call. I think profile evaluation call. So yeah, I thought that 15 minutes call free of cost will not hurt at all. But I think that is what pointed me towards coming for MIMSA as well. And not, I mean, not bad mouthing others, but there was a tendency where other counselors actually forced me to a particular set of colleges which I was not comfortable in. They were like, no, this particular department is really good, and I did not feel comfortable there, which was not the case. Right from the first call, the list of colleges that was sent according to the course that I want to do was really something that I liked. I got a list of 15 to 18 colleges, and out of those, most of them were from tier one. And yeah, those colleges were something that I was really excited about.
Perfect. And in the end, I just have this one question for you. If any particular advice that you would like to give to the people out there who are just starting off with their admission journey, who are on the very same spot as you were a while ago, so what particular advice would you give them? Some tips and tricks that you should keep in mind before getting started with the process.
The very first thing that you should not do is procrastinate No one has enough time in this process. Even if you start as early as June, you'll end up on a spot where there are a lot of things coming your way, and then you'll get overwhelmed. So today is the best day to start. I mean, whenever you feel that you're ready with everything. And yeah, definitely make sure that your SOP is not very generic. It is actually um, cut to the requirements of the colleges, the professor's name, the courses that you're actually interested in, and make sure that in your SOP, your past, your present, and your future aspirations are connecting with the course and the teachers that you want to study.
That sounds great. I mean, that's actually quite a fair point because it's equally important that you do a fair sort of research as well, because at the end of the day, we both are working on the very same
Yeah.
end goal to get an admit. So I think that's a valid point. I think I'm done with my set of questions. Thank you so much again for taking out time, and it was lovely speaking to you. Once again, many, many congratulations. And
Thank you.
I am hoping that we get a little bit more good news and updates, and looking forward to help you with the post application process. And all the very best
Definitely.
for your future endeavors, Aditya.
Thank you so much.